Hey guys, SizeableWig here, and in today's video, I'm showing you guys how you can do a wield in Minecraft Pocket Edition. So this trick was found by Kagepreston. Sorry if I said your name wrong, but that's who found this little trick you can do with Minecraft Pocket Edition and dual wielding. So you can do this on Android, Windows 10 Edition, and iOS. But for iOS and Windows 10, you have to have a map to be able to do this. But on Android, you can do this with any world that you have. And so I'm going to be showing you guys how you can do this in today's video. So to do it on Android, you need this other app called Blocktopograph, and it's actually a good, useful app. It lets you see a map of your world, and so you're gonna need that app. It's only on Android though, but you're gonna need that app to be able to do this. And for iOS and Windows 10, you're gonna have to download the map. I'll have a link to download the map in the description below, so you guys can, download it if you're on iOS or Windows 10 and want to be able to check this out. But for Android users, you can do this with an app and do this in any world. So I'm going to create a new world to test this out, and I'll be right back once I've created the world. So I'm in a world that I created to test this out, and so once you're in your world, you want to then, exit out and stuff. So this is going to be the world that I'm going to show it in, and so once you've, created a world or gone into a world that you already have and loaded up, you want to go exit and save. But obviously, if you already have a world that you want to test this in and didn't create a new world, then you could already just go to the app. But once you're at the main menu, you want to exit and quit the app and then go into the Blocktopograph app. So I'll be right back once I'm in the app. Okay, so I'm in the Blocktopograph app, and when you load up the app, you'll get this, and you'll see a list of your different worlds and stuff, and so you'll be able to view a map of your world. So I'm going to tap on the world that I am using to test this, which is called dual wielding, and then you'll be able to, see the world name, world size, game mode, and all that other stuff. But once you've tapped on it, you want to tap the arrow, and then a map will load up of your world, and as you can see, there is maps you can zoom in and out, and so you can let it load up, and you'll be able to see like your world and what's in it and the different mobs. So as you can see, there's like a zombie and a creeper and like a cow and some mine carts, so there's probably like a mine shaft or something. But you can also see like the home place right there. That's where your spawn is at. But yeah, this is the Blocktopograph app, and when we press the plus button in the bottom right hand corner, some stuff will come up. But for this trick, we want to go to the top left corner and tap that, and then this will load up, and then we want to tap single player NBT, and then once this loads up, tap that red file right there, and then this should load up, and you want to scroll to find offhand. And once you find offhand, tap that and open it up, and this will show right here, and then the ID right there, you want to change that to 276. And once you've done that, as you can see, it'll type it in, but also you want to save it, and once you've saved that, it will update your world. And yeah, so you can put a different ID in for something else, like an iron shovel or something. Like the ID for an iron shovel is 256, so you'll be able to get different things with this. And yeah, so you can put in a bunch of different IDs. I'll put a link to a website in the description below, so you guys can check out the different IDs if you want something else other than a diamond sword. But the ID for a diamond sword is 276, and so once you've done that, you put the ID in and saved it, you want to exit out of the app and go back into Minecraft. So I'll see you guys once I'm back in the world that I'm showing this in. Okay, so I loaded up the world, and as you can see, now I have a diamond sword in my offhand, and it does look a bit weird, but that happens with this trick that you do with Minecraft to get things in your offhand. It will look a bit weird, and yeah, so that's what the diamond sword looks like. And also, you currently can put other things in your offhand, which are the arrows and totem of undying. Those are the only things right now you can put in your offhand, but this trick lets you put other things in your offhand, so like the diamond sword. And yeah, so we can also go into third person to see what this looks like, and in third person it looks different. It actually looks all normal and looks like you're actually using it and stuff, but as you can see, I'm in third person right now. The sword is invisible, but it is actually there. Sometimes it will be invisible, and sometimes you'll be able to actually see it. It's a bit weird with being able to see it or not, but with the map that you can download, you will see the sword in third person. And yeah, so let me just go back into first person, and you'll be able to see the sword, but looking all weird again. And yeah, so I'll just switch back to first person real quick, and as you can see, there's the sword right there. And if I go into my inventory, you can see that the sword is in the offhand, but if you take it out of the offhand, you won't be able to put it back in. You have to go back in the app and put it back in, or re-download the map to be able to have it in your offhand. And if you want like other things in your offhand and you're in iOS or Windows 10, so if you have a friend that has Android, you can have them make you a world, or you put a weapon in your offhand or something in your offhand in your world, or make a new world for you and put something in your offhand. But yeah, you can put everything else in your offhand that you aren't normally able to put in your offhand with this. And yeah, it does look a bit weird and sometimes is invisible when you're in first person, but it does work and is there. And so I'm gonna go load up the world that you can download it if you're on iOS or on Windows 10, and it will actually show the sword in third person. So I'll be right back once I've loaded up the world. So as you can see, I loaded up the world, and this is the map you can download if you're on iOS or Windows 10, or just don't want to do that part earlier yourself. Then you can just download this, and you'll be able to get sword in your offhand and be able to dual wield. Now this, like the dual wielding for this trick, doesn't actually work if it's something else that isn't supposed to be able to fit in your offhand. Like the sword, you won't be able to use it, and you won't be able to use anything else that's in your offhand. But if it's like an arrow or a totem of undying, it will still be able to work. Just anything else that is in your offhand won't be able to work. It just won't let it work. But if I go into third person right now, I can show you guys that the sword is in my offhand. So third person, as you can see, there is a sword in my offhand, and you guys can actually see it this time. When I loaded up in that other world, it wasn't showing, but yeah, in this world, as you can see both swords in both of my hands. So you can see that I'm dual wielding right now, and this looks really cool and awesome. So you'll be able to do that with this trick, and you can also do this with this map. And so yeah, that's my tutorial on how you guys can dual wield in Minecraft Pocket Edition. And you will be able to also dual wield some other things in a 1.2 update for Minecraft Pocket Edition, such as the map. You'll be able to put that in your offhand and be able to actually use it in a 1.2 update. But this trick lets you use things in your offhand and, see what it looks like in, with the wielding stuff. But it doesn't actually work or anything. And yeah, so sometimes it's invisible, sometimes isn't, but this is still wielding in Minecraft Pocket Edition. And that's my tutorial on how you guys can get dual wielding in Minecraft Pocket Edition. And the download to this map will be in the description below if you guys want to go check it out for yourselves and download this if you're not an Android user. And if you guys liked the video, then leave like, and if you liked the tutorial, then also leave like, and if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button, and as always guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.